welcome back to your channel. I just work here. I'm glad to see everyone is doing better and doing good and healthy, getting some good rest and enjoying their time. I am still dealing with the loss of my grandmother, and I have to go and fly out on next Wednesday to Seattle, where I am originally from, to go be with my family during this time. So I just thought that before I get too behind, I would entice you all with some wonderful sounds, and of course get to know you by asking everyone here a bunch of questions. So I thought I would do just a bunch of questions, ask a bunch of personal questions, and lightly give you the wave sound. So, first question I have to ask is, how did you sleep last night? How did you sleep last night? I slept okay, but I ended up waking up in the middle of the night, like I usually do, to use the bathroom. That made me wake up. That's usually my problem. That's how I wake up. Second question. How much on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not so much and 5 being a lot, do you like ASMR videos? 1 to 5. I personally like them a lot. I think it relaxes your mind. And it takes you away from everyday problems of the day. Next question. How much do, no, what is your favorite dessert? Unless you don't like desserts at all, then ignore that question. For me, my favorite dessert is chocolate chip cookies. I know that's kind of bland, but that's what I specifically like. Next question. If you could go anywhere on vacation right now, where would it be? Where would you go on vacation? Well, for me, I would go back to about the problems in my background. If you could still hear it, I'll try to get it out. What about you? What would you like to go back and do? Next question. If you had to be an actor, what actor would you want to be? I'm so sorry about my neighbors. For me, I would want to be Viola Davis because she is so phenomenal. Like, I don't know, there's something about her that it just seems like she's. Next question. What is your favorite ice cream? Mine is chocolate. But if they don't have chocolate, I can settle for a butter pecan. Next question. Are you a dog or a cat person? Are you a dog or a cat person? I am a dog person. I fell in love with puppies a long time ago. And since then, I have been in love with them. Next question. What is the one thing you cannot go without every day? The one thing. I know there's more than one. But what is the one thing you cannot go without every day? For me, I would say not talking to my husband. I know for some people it's like their coffee or their tea. I have tested myself. I can go without my coffee or my tea. What if you ask me if I can go without talking to my husband? That's a difficult task for me. I guess some people would say I'm a clingy lover. Or I'm just attached, I guess. Next question. And this last question because I want to go into some gossip. Last question. What car, model, brand will you never drive? What car, model, brand will you never drive? Camaros, but I love Chevys, but I will never drive an Equinox ever again. I had one Equinox and it broke down on me in 3 years. I wasn't even done paying it off and it broke down on me. I still had a payment of $10,000 owed on the car and it broke down on me. But I was able to trade it for the car that I have now. And I love my little Hyundai. I always loved Hyundais. I think my first car was a Hyundai. And ever since then, I was like, why would I go to another car? I love Hyundais. I know how to handle them. I know how to take care of them. I know how to drive them. Better than an American brand. I don't know why. I just can. And I learned how to drive in like a Ford. You know, I learned how to drive in the most unorthodox vehicles you probably should ever learn how to drive. I think I started in an Astro van. And then from there, I learned how to drive like a bus, like a big bus. And then it went from that to one of my friends, he's a trucker. He tried to put me in the back of a trucker, like a 16-wheeler. I'm not that bold. No diamonds. I am not that bold at all. Are you? Do you think you could drive a 16-wheeler? Because if you can, kudos to you. But me personally, cannot drive a 16-wheeler. I think it's the intimidation of knowing that when I back up, I can't see. Like, I would be so afraid to just hit something, and I guess you're never supposed to back up in 16-wheelers. Anyway, I'm just dragging on. So, those are my Q&As. Then, I kind of want to get into a little bit of gossip. You ready? I'm going to talk about my neighbors, because they're always interesting. I'm going to call them Richie Rich and Janet. Now, these names do not actually, these are not real names for them, but that's what I'm calling them, Richie Rich and Janet. Okay? Janet and Richie Rich have the most toxic relationship. And I'm talking wake up in the morning arguing, toxic. I personally can never understand how somebody could wake up mad. But Richie Rich wakes up mad. Janet just accepts him for who he is. Genuinely, I can tell by the arguments because our walls are so thin. I can hear their whole conversation and argument. So that's why I tell my husband, like, don't get loud, because you know if we can hear them, they can hear us. Janet loves to just fall into play of whatever Richie Rich says to her. So if Richie Rich is triggered, which, yes, he has used that word before, trigger, by something she says, then Janet feels sad and apologizes and don't know what Richie Rich and Janet got this place. Richie Rich was a little bit of a player. So while Janet would be off to work, Richie Rich was out here playing. Okay? Now, you might say, Rose, how do you know that? We had a Zoom camera on. And sometimes at night, we would just watch it. Or it would be constantly recording, and then we would watch it the next day. The next day would always show what happened that night before. Whenever there's active movement going past the camera, it starts recording. That being said, we watch Richie Rich bring in a girl. The girl stay for about 20 minutes, and the girl left, fixing her hair and adjusting her t-shirt. This is all about Janet was at work. When Janet returned from work, Richie Rich and the said lady were already gone. So Janet has no clue how many times this has happened in their own bedroom. But whenever they start arguing, Richie Rich wants to play the what was me role, and Janet falls for it. And part of me feels bad for them, but then there's another part of me that's like, I remember being in a really young relationship like that, where it was really toxic, and I'm like, I don't even know why this is happening. I can't do this. I ended a toxic relationship like that, so I feel for her because I know exactly what she's going through. She apologizes when she shouldn't. And when I'm saying that, so not to get people confused on when you should apologize, but if you genuinely didn't do something intentionally, an apology once should be enough for a mature adult. However, for Richie Rich, he just keeps reminding her what she does wrong. And unfortunately, Janet just apologizes and apologizes and apologizes. At this current time, Janet is pregnant. So her emotions are all over the place. In her first trimester, we literally could hear her run all the complexes in all the townhomes where we are all built the same. So the bathroom is on one side, the bedroom is on. So we could literally hear her run up the stairs to throw up in the bathroom. And it seemed like the more she got morning sickness, the more he would just get more like meaner toward the end of the day. And I just remember them arguing a lot during her first trimester. Like, she did not have a pleasant pregnancy. She's still pregnant, but that was not a pleasant pregnancy. She gets yelled at by him, and when he does something wrong, he yells at her about the problem, but really he's venting, and she takes it as he's yelling at her. And in so many ways, she does not know Janet's. It is a baby between Richie Rich and another woman. Now get this, the other woman lives in the same complex area that we are, except 4 or 5 townhomes down, with Richie Rich's mother. I can't make this up. And one day when the police were called, Richie Rich had his other woman over the house, and Janet was in the house as well, and his mother was in the house as well, and the child was in the house as well. And Richie Rich got drunk, started going off. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the young girl said, but I don't know who hit who first, but I think Richie Rich slapped the young girl, and then the young girl slapped Richie Rich back, and the mom called the police. No, and the young girl called the police. The child was upstairs sleeping. The only reason I know this is because I actually listened to them while they were outside telling the whole story to the police, because it's right in front of my window. So he's outside telling the police that the only reason why she called y'all is because she knows that you're gonna come out here and try to arrest me. When she was in the room, she slapped me in my own home. His mother was so drunk. When the police asked her what happened, the mom literally said, oh, she slapped him and he slapped her. Your mother told on you. I don't care what nobody says, okay? And this is where my voice goes from soft to for real. Your mother told on you. You take it to your grave, okay? If you're my mom, you take it to the grave. You do not tell on me. Take it to the grave. Like, where's her loyalty? So while her son is getting arrested by a cop car, Janet is sitting by his side as they're asking him questions. And she's like, babe, don't be so mad. Like, calm down, babe. So then when they arrest him and they put him in the backseat of the car, now Janet is out there. Where are you taking him? Where are you taking him? Where are you taking him? Clearly, in the backside of my mind, I'm thinking, not on vacation, okay? Young people, they make me question some things about my life. I'm so serious. So she's babe, and all this other stuff. And then she asks, like, where are you taking him? Where are you taking him? They're arresting him. Where do you think they're taking him? Anyway, I'm pretty sure she probably meant what? Like jail. But the way she asked, it just irritated him, and it irritated me. And he was just like, where the hell do you think I'm going? And I was just like, right, like I'm in the window, like that part. It's bad. So, mom was out there like, don't worry, I'm gonna get my son out. I'm gonna get my son out of jail. This is just a setback. She walks back toward the house where the girlfriend was at, or the baby's mom, and she at the baby's mom and says, oh, you guys are so toxic. And she's like, no, why would you call the police? And the baby's mom was like, you seen him slap me. What are you saying? Why would I call the police? You were there. You watched him slap me. And the mom's only response to that was, oh, you guys are so toxic. I was just like, you have got to be kidding me. Yo, I got so quiet and I just looked off to the side like, I know, I need to go somewhere. Mind you, my husband is asleep, or he's trying to sleep. I'm telling him run the story of what's going on while he's trying to sleep. He is not interested, nor is he frightened to get up to look in the windows. He don't even care. He's laying down, and I'm like looking in the mirror, the window, like, bang. Okay, so this was happening. They got 7 cop cars out here for one man. Like, I'm going down word by word. He really ain't paying me no attention. He was just like, he gave up Karen. He gave up a long time ago. So, excuse me. He gets arrested. He goes out. The girlfriend decides, Janet decides that she's tired of Richie Rich and his baby and the baby mama. And she kicks out the little boy with the grandma and tells the grandma that baby mama is no longer invited into her home. This is about the first time I've ever seen Janet have a little bit of a, like some, yeah. Because usually I don't see her doing much anything. Seriously. So, I guess Janet got fed up and was like, take the baby, get out of my house. Y'all can't come back here. Grandma goes out there with the baby, takes the baby over to the baby's mama and says, come on, we may as well go home because she don't want the baby in here because you're not invited in the house no more. I'm gonna leave that story right there. Don't worry, there will be a part 2 so I can tell you the other parts, but this video is going a little long. I got more. If you like the story and you appreciate the sound, like and comment below. Tell me what you liked about the story so far. Tell me if you want to hear a part 2. I'll definitely give you a part 2. Make sure I watch this so I can remember where I was to tell you the second part. As always, my beautiful, wonderful besties, beautiful people. I'm so glad you could share this time with me today. And I hope that this helps you get some good rest. Get some good rest. My diamonds, rest easy. If you pray, pray. If you meditate, meditate. Get good rest. Take care of yourself. Tell your family and your friends you love them. Don't let a day go by where you don't tell them that. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Things happen for a reason, but it's okay. We will get through it as well. Okay? I appreciate you guys taking the time to be with me. And I will try to post again once I get back from Seattle and get well rested. In the meantime, I will see you on my next video. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys. And as always, take care, and I will see